Ryan's in tests all day, so he may or may not make it. So I'm it.
Okay.
Bummer.
Bummer. Hey, my husband's heading your way. I can send him to your house too, you know.
Come on.
Bring it. He just landed.
You
Just
should
landed.
be playing golf today. It was great. Beautiful.
Well, he's there. He just landed. He comes back Friday night. Going to a job site. I don't know.
What kind of job site?
You know, I don't ask. They have him on a consultant basis since he retired, which is fine because the paycheck shows up, you know.
Uh-huh.
And is this the only reason why?
Yeah.
Does he work for Guido?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, his former boss is an Italian New Jersey guy, so do the math.
There you go. Oh, paisano.
He made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, I know he's definitely New Jersey Italian.
Hey, there's Indian John. Hi, John.
Hey, all.
Oh,
All
Good.
right.
he's resurrected.
What?
You've resurrected. You've been out of pocket off the grid for a while.
Are there just 5 of us?
No,
Oh,
there's like 18
I
of them.
count 15.
15, yes.
Yep,
No.
15.
15.
But there's some with no picture. Like John.
And John doesn't count real well.
I've got to figure out how to. Oh, there it is.
Aha.
There we go. I only had 5 showing.
You're only looking through one lens.
Oh.
There you go.
No, I was looking, you know, there's James, there's no picture and he's not with
Lynn
mood.
doesn't have picture either. Lisa, no picture.
I could
Yeah.
do this. Could I do that?
But she's
Here.
listening, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And but James is also a BMW rider. Wow, right?
That was in South Africa.
Oh,
That was
okay.
that was a rented BMW, yeah.
Ah.
Nice, nice.
But it's hard to find a place to work on them in South Carolina.
Why?
Oh, no. Yeah. Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah. No, I used that guy in Charleston. I didn't care for him.
You have to know who to talk with. Talk to
Yeah.
me and I'll hook you up.
Hi, Rory.
Hello.
Evening.
No Judy today?
I was going to say Rory, but no Judy.
No, she's taking a break.
Well, I can hear her.
Heard something in the background.
Yes. Me too.
What does your shirt say, Rory? Real Grandpa's what?
Ride motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% agreement, you see? Grandma's too, by the way.
I got one that says Gramingo, like a flamingo, only more awesome.
Yeah, right now the really good season starts here by us because the weather gets cooling down a little bit. We have 31,
Yay.
so it's very nice right now. And yeah, we want to make our trip to North Carolina still in October. Hi, Amanda.
Good time. Leaves changing. Beautiful.
In October?
Yes.
Yep.
Especially in North Carolina. Western North Carolina.
Yeah. We will see. I'm very excited. I never was with a bike up there. And this is, you know, for me is the goal. And we want to go through a national park and things like that. So my husband figured out the tour. So I'm very excited about that.
Let me know before you leave.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to give you some good local knowledge.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Paul was the same. He said, when you are in the near, tell me, you know, and because he's also in North Carolina or South Carolina, I don't know.
South Carolina.
North Carolina, yeah.
North Carolina.
I'm very excited about that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
I'm in
and I know
motorcycle
it's getting cool. I don't know. We have to go through Colorado or whatever, so it will be a little bit cooler there as well. So I don't know.
You shouldn't have to go through Colorado. No.
I don't know. I didn't make it.
A little bit.
You know, Chris made my husband made the tour. He's a tour guy to North Carolina. He's my tour guy at this time, so we're changing that most of the time.
Good.
But I'm very excited about that. But first, I have to make my test, and then I go on the trip. Isn't it good? Right? Perfect combination.
Awesome.
Amanda's at a basketball game.
Oh, look at her! Unbelievable.
I think she said cheerleading competition.
Cheerleading competition?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe Amanda will give us a cheerleading thing.
Show us the competition.
Rah, 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 sis, boom, bah.
Some pom-poms, doesn't she?
That's why she's not showing us a picture now.
Yeah, exactly.
Rah, rah, ree, kick him in the knee. Rah, rah, ras, kick him in the other knee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay. Do we have a program tonight?
No, it's just happy hour. It goes whatever goes.
Okay. Happy hour. Emilio, you asked about the happy hour, you see?
Yeah, I asked about the happy hour. Somehow I managed to join only when it's happy hour. I don't know how.
How does that happen?
We've been meaning to
Maybe
talk
you are.
about that.
Hey, John, I believe you just got back from Paris, France. How was it?
Oh, nice.
France it seems so long ago. We spent 3 nights in Paris, 6 nights in 2 different towns in Normandy, which I find is the same size as New Jersey. Another 3 nights in Paris. We kind of ate and drank our way across France.
Oh, not you.
Probably the most eye-opening was the tour we took of the Normandy beaches, Omaha and Utah, and then some of the. If you've never been there, it's eye-opening.
And you still see the bunker over there, right?
See the what?
The bunker?
Oh yeah, there's still bunkers there.
Yes.
What's fun, amusing, there was during the jump, one paratrooper landed on the steeple of the Church of St. Mary Glee and got stuck up there for a couple hours. Well, today they have a piece of parachute up there with a dummy hanging over the side.
Wow.
So yeah, it was. We want to go back to Normandy. I've done some more reading since then. It was just stunning.
Did you have a chance to get motorcycle up there?
No, the most daring we got was train rides, and we had a pretty busy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We found things to do in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we took a trip to Versailles, which was okay, I suppose. We took another trip to Giverny, which is where Monet lived. And then when we were in Normandy, we took the World War II tour, and then we took a tour to Saint Michel, which is that island monastery. If you saw it in a picture, you'd recognize it. All uphill, like that. So we just had a good time.
Good.
If you have a chance, you can go more in the north of France. The wine is everywhere good. The food is also everywhere good. It doesn't matter where you are. But do you know Verdun? Verdun? This was in the first.
I know the name.
Yeah, this was in the first. They have in this area. It's first a beautiful area for motorcycle riding. It's in the mountain area, close to the border from Germany as well, and it's a beautiful. It's a lot history for sure, and then it's a lot of a good motorcycle tours possible there. So this is a good combination.
Motorcycling may be a problem because my wife doesn't ride.
Okay, yeah.
So she keeps asking me 2 questions that I don't have an answer for. Where are you going and how long are you going to be gone? I don't know.
Yeah, and France actually had the best grip on the street for motorcycling. That is why I ask you, did you had a chance to make that, because it's always good there.
I did not.
Mhm.
A lot of small motorcycles in Paris.
Yeah, because of the traffic.
Yes.
Yes, no chance with the car, but with the motorcycles or with the scooters, the same.
And the price of petrol.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
$1.80 a liter.
Leader.
You're made it in Guatemala right now. Did you see that, Ute?
Hmm?
Did you see that Dieter's in Guatemala already?
Yes, and he lost his iPad, his computer, his laptop.
What?
Yeah, he made the other day. He posted on Facebook, and he said $100 for everybody who gives me my computer back. I think he was working on it somewhere, left the room without, and then he's not paying attention. So yeah, it's bad, especially when he has so much stuff on it, from his trip, because, I cannot imagine, still now. He was meeting us when he was in Canada, right? So then he was going down the whole way through America. Then he passed now Mexico. Think about it. It's unbelievable, right? And it looks like he met so many nice people. And I love the picture when he could bring the motorcycle inside the house. I love that. And he said, and he posted a picture and he said, look what is possible here. And I said, other countries, other, rituals, it's different. So, yeah, but I heard that in much southern countries as well, in Europe, that you can do that, put the house inside, the bike inside the house.
Yeah.
To be safe.
In Guatemala, you have to, because they'll steal it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you go to Poland, for example, it's the same. Or you come back and you have no tires anymore or whatever, you never know. That's why, be careful with that thing. Yeah, but I can really only imagine his experiences from this trip. It's unbelievable. I'm really jealous, but my husband would not go with me to South America. I would love to see Mexico, but it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
But we had some from the BMW club in Houston. They made the trip up there, and they had also only positive experiences. So this is why I ask, on the one side it's very danger, and especially for West people, and on the other side it's they met so many beautiful people over there. They are so helpful. There was two guys. He was going to the ocean. They want to pass, to the ocean, and met the wives over there. So stopped in a mountain area, and they passed short before there was some street working on the street. And the one guy, he needs to go pee, right? And then the other guy heard only 5 minutes later, he was screaming like hell. He didn't see in the mountain, I don't know why, but he fall down when he made the pee some meters down on the mountain, and so he had no chance to get him up. So he was going with a motorcycle back to the working area, pick up some guys. They helped him bring him up again. He was hurt. I think he had an arm broken and the leg broken. So they brought him in the next hospital, and he told they were so nice, these guys. Everybody was really helpful. Then they drove him back that he can pick up the motorcycle and bring it, back to the town he was in hospital. So at the end, they made a presentation in the club. We was all laughing like hell, but I'm sure they was not laughing in this situation, But it was so funny when he said, "Oh, I want to go pee," and then I was, woof,
Wow.
Yeah, you see, there's some adventures you never think about it. You can have. Yeah, it was funny. But he's good again, so he's back to normal. So that was, and it was not expensive, the health you know, when he was in the hospital, he said that it was not expensive what they did with him. They don't charge him that much like you will have in America, you know. Yeah. So you see everything positive, even if it's negative, you know. So I would be very excited. One day I will do it really, to go to Mexico and look at this before, you know, it messed up.
There's a people from England that's been traveling all over the world in an overland vehicle, and they just came out of Mexico. They were there for almost a year.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go to Instagram, Tux Truck. Find him. You can follow their journey. There's a couple of other. There's about 4 overlanders that are following right now, just to kind of see how they're doing. But they loved Mexico. Felt safe the whole time too.
Oh, I said something is writing something about Hawaii. Who's going to Hawaii next year for the convention?
Maybe.
Me too.
I'm gonna try.
Me too.
Yep.
Just a couple of weeks ago we booked because we heard that the hotel rooms are very raw. So, and there's not much. So we booked right when we came back from Germany. We booked for Hawaii the hotel. So, yeah, very happy about that. Yes, and I'm very excited. Of course, I was never in Hawaii, so I think I will be more in Hawaii than on the convention, but that's fine too.
Lot to see and do.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, that's nice. So, how many people now? You want to go, Keith? Who else? Oh, David will go. Oh, we have to make an evening together for sure. Minimum an evening together. You know, make a barbecue or whatever together. That would be nice. Maybe we can rent bikes. And we can
take a ride from Waikiki or from Waikiki up around to North Shore. Beautiful ride.
Beautiful ride.
You see,
You guys should do
Towards
is
Hilo.
I did that on a little Honda 360 or 350 when I was on R&R from Vietnam back in 1966.
Oh, things have changed a little.
So it's changed just a little bit. Yeah,
Just a little, yeah.
Just a tiny bit. Yeah.
But this is a good idea. Maybe we need to check out. We can rent some motorcycles over there and make the reservation as well.
You can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Very expensive, but you can.
Really?
Oh,
And I
yeah.
heard everything is as expensive in Hawaii.
Exactly. Everything.
Like in Texas is everything bigger, and in Hawaii is everything more expensive, right?
Yeah.
you guys should plan an IFMR ride while you're there.
What?
Connect with the district there in Hawaii and plan an IFMR ride.
Yes.
Maybe there's already one planned.
I heard something about it, but I haven't seen anything.
So if you find anything out, let me know, and we'll get it up on the webpage.
Definitely.
But I don't think we have any IFMR members over there. Oh, look.
Oh, my husband made 2 new ones here in our district. You know, he goes with the application and says, okay, would you give me the sign, please fill it out now. No, this is the guys we have for the polio ride most of the time, so we know they're riding, you know, and so it's the same group over and over again. I'm sure it's in your area the same as well. It's always the same people, they make something, and the same people, they don't make anything. Only paying most of the time. Yeah, but I prefer to.
Speaking of polio rides, I got my last donation from my own club this last week.
Okay.
$1,000. That got us up to $8,500.
Awesome.
The trustees of the foundation are now matching dollar for dollar
Exactly.
donations, and then Bill and Melinda Gates are still matching 2-to-1. So we wound up with like $34,000 donation to Polio Plus.
Beautiful.
That's pretty much the same I made. I had 9,000, so only 500 more than you in April.
Well,
Yeah. Interesting.
God.
and all that got. When did you submit it, Udi?
What do you mean?
When did you submit the donation to Polio Plus?
In April.
Okay, that was before the trustees agreed I think they matched back then 50 cents to a dollar.
No,
But then Bill and Melinda Gates still do that.
That was still that, yes. So
Yeah.
we had over, I think we had at the end 35,000 or something like that. There was a late donation comes in like you had. I had another one. He came late, 1,000 later. And then we had, at the end, with this, everything, it was 35,000 or something. And that for 3 hours or 4 hours ride, you know, that was really great. We made a morning until the lunchtime, and then we split it, and everybody was going, you know, their own ways. That's what we did. And we will do it again next year.
Did anybody talk about the recent ride in Canada that a number of people went on? How did it go?
Where's Bruce?
Bruce left.
Oh, okay.
Anybody go on it?
It was a little wet.
Wet?
It was a wet ride.
I think it was the wet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It rained all 3 days.
And the whole day?
Well, the first day was the wettest, but the other days it was very kind of foggy and misty.
Mm-hmm.
But we all had a good time. We had 21 people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Rory, you went on that, didn't you?
Yep, we were there. Yeah, it was Saturday was, let's see now, Sunday, half the day, Sunday was okay, second half. Then Monday, Judy and I went back up over to Sault Ste. Marie, up the northern side there, and beautiful weather all day.
Did you guys take pictures?
Pardon?
Did you take any pictures?
I didn't, no.
You didn't?
Nope.
Rob?
It was too wet to take pictures.
You guys got none? Not even of the group?
There was a group picture, yes.
Yeah, I have that one. I'd like to get more pictures if people took them. It's like pulling
It was
teeth.
like West Virginia a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
West Virginia. I was there one time in West Virginia. It was in the middle of nowhere, and no phone was working at this time. So. Interesting, right? I have to look where my friend's living there. Wait a minute, I can tell you I have friends there. And they said, if somebody is looking for you, you go there and nobody will find you or something like that.
That's by God, Virginia.
But I loved it. The nature is beautiful up there. But I have to look for the city, how the city called. I can tell you later, Keith. It was so small that you need a half an hour to get to the next grocery.
Yeah.
Okay. In the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Like where we're going in a couple weeks.
And where is that?
Arrington, Virginia.
Bolt, West Virginia is a town. Bolt.
Oh, West Virginia.
B-O-L-T.
Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you say you were going, Linda?
Arrington, Virginia.
Arrington.
Yeah, we're gonna fly into Raleigh because it was just cheaper to fly there and then drive. But it's a 3-hour drive from Raleigh. It's in the middle of nowhere. The closest hotel's 40 minutes away.
It must be Southwest then.
If you go to, let me tell you.
Are you taking your bikes, Linda?
No, we're gonna go to Overland Expo East.
Oh yeah.
And see a trailer like the one we bought or ordered.
Oh, they've got courses for off-road bikes there.
That's only a 3.5 hour drive from where I am.
Well, you should come down and visit me.
What days are you going?
We fly out on the 10th and we fly back the following Monday.
That's next month.
In October?
Like kind of a little bit, almost due west from Richmond, but north a little bit.
It's some pretty country.
Oh, yeah.
81?
Yeah.
But I heard it's a poorest country in the United States, right?
West Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of coal mining. be that for though?
9 hours for me.
9 hours.
Yeah,
They
9
need
hours.
a whole motorcycle section at this Overland Expo for overlanding.
Yeah. We had it in North Carolina.
12 hours for Harold.
It's pretty
What?
cool.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
We went to the one in Phoenix or in Scottsdale, and it was overwhelming. Cool stuff, though.
Yeah. It's nice for a weekend.
It's still a lot of information for a weekend. At least we've got it dialed in this time.
I enjoyed the off-road motorcycling. It was awesome.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a GS as well, right, Harold?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't leave home without it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be 3 on the trip. You, me, and my husband.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I
We'll show
love
you
that.
how to ride.
I love that bike because it's, my long legs, it's always hard to get on the bike, and this is perfect fitting for me as personal now, the bike.
Sure. Yeah.
I really love it.
Awesome machine.
I'm
Oh,
a very
hi,
short guy.
everyone.
I need to have that.
What?
They have
Very short
lowering kits. They have lowering kits now for vertically challenged people.
Hey.
They do.
I'm waiting that you have the camper in the back of the motorcycle, but there is some Harleys, they have that really, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
imagine to ride with that. But what I liked when I was in Germany, there is a meeting point for motorcycles on a mountain, so you can see over the whole area when the weather is good. And there was a guy coming with a sidecar, and he had a Triumph Tiger, and it was so. I never saw that before. Normally, you have your bike, and that's really in the same position. You cannot make like this, right, with the sidecar.
Right.
But he had one. He can do that. And he had something like a stopper on the one side that he cannot, touch the sidecar. So that was really great. I really loved that one. Cool idea. It's so incredible what the people sometimes have ideas, and do it. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's nice.
Paul, I see a lot of pictures from Asheville, North Carolina on your Facebook, and I see you're teaching down there. Why don't you talk a little bit about what you're seeing? Asheville's a beautiful, beautiful area also.
It is.
IFMR,
It is, and
a couple rides down there.
Sorry. I think, Linda, am I scheduled to do a talk in the near future?
Yeah, I believe so. Let me look.
Pardon?
I think it's next month.
I have October 16th, so I'll just talk very quickly right now, and you can let me know if that's still on.
Yeah,
Pardon?
still on for the 16th of October.
Okay. I'm loving it here. It's absolutely beautiful. I live in Arden, which is maybe halfway between Asheville and Brevard. I live right off of Brevard Road, and I'm a mile and a half from the Blue Ridge Parkway. My motorcycle's still up in Buffalo, so while you guys were talking earlier, I was browsing the local motorcycle rental website to see what I want to rent, because I want to get out and ride before the weather gets bad.
Sure.
Love the students. We're having a ball. It's one of the most active groups. I have 3 classes, and they're all very active and engaged in what we're doing. So I'll be here until June next year, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the time.
Good. Awesome.
I did start a new Facebook page. I left Facebook when they had really were in the depths of all the privacy revelations. And I started a new one. So if anybody wants, let me see, I'll find my link and I'll post it here. You're welcome to follow it, because I'll do as much photography as I can. I'm also wanting to get out with my my drone. I've only been out a couple of times because I live close up to the airport that most of the areas here are restricted, and all national parks are restricted. So I have to map out where I can go in the mountains to fly the drone legally. I thought there's one little pullover on the side of Brevard Road along the French Broad River. So I can pull off the road, launch the drone up through a bunch of trees, out over the river, and fly it legally. I let the FAA know when I get it unlocked by DJI, and I can fly it, but it's going to get boring if I just take pictures of that area. Let's see, where's Facebook? I'll give more background when I do my formal talk. Okay, I'm about to post the link to my new Facebook page if anybody wants to join me. There you go.
Hey, Harold.
Yes, ma'am.
Jim says it's hot enough to cook a hot dog standing where he's standing.
Not here.
He's in Charlotte. Never mind.
Yeah. The high was 88 here today. Humidity is very high.
It's in the 50s here, so anything's hot. Yeah.
Oh, you poor thing. Sorry.
No, you're not.
We have
No,
84 as well, but our humidity is not that bad anymore right now.
Oh, yeah.
The rain left us.
Yeah, you guys had plenty of rain. My
Yes.
gosh.
But it was more in the east, so we had luck this time. We had only 40 inches, but the east gets so much more. East of Houston, you know, we had really a lot of rain. And there was...
Hurricane season doesn't end until November, so.
Yeah, it's season.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
It's-
Paul, you said something about the Facebook site. Did you put the address on the chat?
Yes, I did. I put it in the text of the chat. I put the link. Oh, you know what? I only sent it to Brian in Disguise. Hang on a minute. Everyone, click everyone. Here we go.
I cannot see it.
Well, I know. I mean,
Neither can I. I don't see it.
Ah, here we go.
There we go. Okay.
It's,
Just popped up.
Bye, Harold, wherever he went.
Yep. See ya, Betty.
Sorry.
Hi.
Understand.
Next week.
Yes, sir.
No, not next. Is it next week? Yeah. Okay, never mind. My calendar's all screwed.
does Zoom make your computers, your mouse slow down? Mine gets real draggy whenever I get on Zoom.
No, mine's fine.
I'm having a hard time.
Mine doesn't
navigating
work
here.
very well.
It shouldn't do that.
oh, here we go.
Paul, it's just probably that thin mountain air.
Yeah, healthy. It's healthy.
That's the problem. It's healthy.
Yeah.
Ireland is just 45 minutes from my house. Paul,
What is 45 minutes?
where do you live, Arden?
Asheville.
Asheville.
Yeah, I live in the other side of the Piedmont. It's called Pickens County. So
Okay, so you're near me, you're saying?
I'm very
Cool.
close.
Well, let me know when you want to go riding and I'll rent a motorcycle.
Great.
Why do you not have one right now? Well,
It's in Buffalo.
oh,
The guy that I get my work done with was promised to get it shipped down here for me. And he's never done it. So I figure at this point, winter's coming, I'll just see. I just looked, they've got dozens of bikes, including 3 different BMWs and half a dozen different Harley types and you name it, just about everything. So I'll just rent a bike when I want to go ride.
yeah. Here was the whole time was not the weather for riding. It was too hot, too humid. you know, and now it's after the storm, it cools a little bit down, and then we had a big humidity. Right now it's perfect. We had two gorgeous days, and it's bad when you have no time for riding, you know. I was like, now we have to do it really. Yeah.
I don't have that much free time either right now.
Yeah, sometimes.
But I want to.
It's only busy time. But we're really sitting in the start position, you know, to do it, because the whole summer it was so hot. It was not really comfy. I think we made 2 short rides, one to Galveston one day, and then you have to be back at 11 o'clock or whatever. Otherwise, it's too hot. Honestly, it's too hot. You're only burning. It's too hot. Cannot do anything. So when your time comes now, the winter time, our winter time, it's the start to go in the season, you know, our fall time. In the autumn time, you're starting going. It's the best time, and the springtime for sure.
Did anybody see the post for the Great River Ride?
Mm.
Which what?
The Great River Road Ride.
Yes, I did see that earlier today. Starts out in Baraboo?
Yes. July 16th to the 19th.
Right.
October.
No, of July.
Next July.
Okay.
2020.
Rory, can you send me that information? I'll get it posted.
Okay. Yeah, it was on my Facebook. I will ship it over.
All right.
I got your link to me somewhere?
I don't think so.
I'll just share it. Okay, well, I'll get it to you.
You wouldn't find me by my name anyway.
Yeah, that looked like a great ride. I've ridden a lot of those roads. That looks like it's going to be fun.
Lisa's gone. They're just dropping. Everybody's dropping off.
Yeah, it's going.
Bye, Paul. Hopefully Brian did good on it. Hi, Juan. Hopefully Brian did good on his test today.
Well, that's right.
We'll find out.
Yeah, didn't you say pretty much all day long he was doing tests?
Yeah, he sent me an email this morning and asked me if I'd run the meeting. It's like, yeah, sure. No problem. Cuts into my nap time, but you know, that's all right.
We can all afford a few minutes off the nap.
Yeah, I started allowing myself to take naps a couple years ago, and it's been awesome. Before that, I felt guilty taking a nap, but I don't anymore.
Why? If you need one, you take one. You know, I don't care about that. It doesn't matter what other people thinking or not. I think it's important what it's good for you or not.
Well, when I was working, I was always powering through, right? You get sleepy in the morning, in the mid-afternoon. It's like, where are you going to go?
I encourage my staff to, during their lunch time, to take a 15-minute nap.
That's very good.
You're a good boss.
Yes.
I did one office. That's what I did. I converted it into, this has a sofa sleeper and everything. And let me tell you, it worked great.
Nice.
Yep. These are the perks when you have your own business. You can do pretty much what is best for your people. They'll stay with you longer.
I used to get into the office early, and then I'd lock the front door, go in my office and shut the door and go back to sleep for 20 minutes.
What type of business do you have?
I have an insurance agency in Malden, South Carolina.
Okay.
And they do a lot of telemarketing. They talk on the phone a lot. They get drained mentally. So having a power nap helps a lot. They get a recharge.
Yeah.
Power naps do wonders, I'll tell you.
So Keith, what was that, a Honda CB350 you rode around Oahu?
It was a 350. It was my cousin's. At the time I was in Vietnam, my uncle, who was in the Navy, was stationed there, commander on a ship. And he had that little 350, and we rode all over the island on it.
Wasn't much there then, was there?
I'm sorry?
There wasn't much there then.
No, I mean, not compared to now. It was,
Yeah. It was all beaches.
Yeah, a lot of beaches.
Yeah. Okay, I was just curious.
Yep.
Linda, I can't find anything except from 2017 about this River Road ride on IFMR.
I just posted it on the chat line there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just saw it today. It hasn't been up there for very long.
It was in the IFMR site.
Oh, the main IFMR site?
Yeah, well, yeah, the Facebook page.
Ours? Oh, ours?
The IFMR NA one, yeah.
Maybe I posted it and I just forgot. I told you my week was screwed up. You want to really screw it up, make me babysit on Tuesdays instead of Mondays. And I go over and I go, hey, your garbage cans aren't out yet.
Oh, thank you. I got to go do that tonight.
That's tomorrow night.
No, we have it tomorrow as well. The second one is tomorrow.
Ours goes out tomorrow.
We have Monday and Thursday.
You get it twice?
Mm-hmm.
We used to, but now we're going to once a week.
We have Monday, we have recycling, we have the normal one, and we have all the green stuff they pick up. And Thursday is only the normal trash. Most of the time, we only needed one a week. We have not that much. You know, when you have kids, it's a different thing. If you have more kids, you have more trash. But we both have not that much trash.
Yeah, we don't either.
No, we get all three in the morning on Friday morning. Trash, greenery, and recycle.
Every week?
Every week.
Wow, we get recycling every other week. And so if I'm gone, then you have to go, okay, what week? I have to call.
Exactly. We're the same way. Every other week for recycle. And it's it's a bummer when you're gone, trying to remember, is next week recycle or is this week?
I have to say the nice thing though is I can put all my recycling in one bin. But when I go to Olympia, Alyssa puts anything glass goes out once a month. And then the recycling's everything else is every other week, but you can't put the glass in the bin with everything else.
We have glass, paper, alu, everything together.
Yeah, all of it together.
But not down in Olympia. It's literally glass goes in bins and then that goes up to it's just another thing to carry up to the road and you got to go up a big driveway. But oh well. It is what it is.
Yep.
Rotary glass.
Pardon?
Rotary glass. I've got 4 of those up in the cupboard. I've never used them.
Well, they were good.
The glass or that what you drunk?
Both.
It's really good too for glass.
There you go. Yeah, a ball jar.
Yep. Inexpensive.
Oh yeah.
So everybody else leave us from us now. They are all gone and going, whatever. Dropping one by one. So they don't. They didn't like our rush hour tonight.
Well, sometimes it quits early.
Well, being that it's happy hour, they're
happy hour. Not rush hour, happy hour. I'm sorry, that was a mistake.
But I mean, it's there's not a program, so you're not. It's just talking. So
yeah,
but that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it need to, because especially when you in a club like this and you have no really time to meet each other and socializing, so now I can remember slowly and surely I can remember the names from the people I'm talking with, but it's even different when you met them in person, you know, it's really different.
Oh yeah, I sure could have used a whole bunch of you this weekend. And we had our district conference this past week.
Okay.
Thursday, a week ago tomorrow, I was supposed to lead a breakfast ride, motorcycle ride. I was the only one that signed up for it.
Mm-hmm.
For the district conference. So I would have loved to have had a bunch of you close by where we could have at least had somebody for support.
I was going to share my bottle of Jim Beam. So now that everybody.
All right, there you go.
Bigger than me.
Can you pour it
Get mine.
It's at home. I think it's a 2 liter. Obviously, I'm a beer guy, so I don't drink that.
Beer is good.
Oh, there you go.
I've got some blueberry white lightning hooch in my refrigerator from 5 years ago. Still.
5 years ago. Okay.
It's still really important.
I'm just working on some scotch that Jerry bought me.
Okay, I'm a wine person. I like wine, and I prefer white wine or rosé.
My neighbor down the street makes white lightning.
Wow.
Made, and then her family used to own the blueberry farm that's across the street.
Oh.
So they had the blueberry farm. She made blueberry juice, and they mixed it with the hooch.
Oh yeah.
But
there are a lot of moonshine companies there.
Yeah.
Blue lightning.
Nice?
Huh?
Does that make it blue lightning?
Sure. Purple.
Is it smooth?
It's not bad. And then we were at a guy that Jim used to work with. He has a thing every weekend, the same weekend of the year at his place, which is probably about 10 miles from where we live. And you can bring your camper, your tent, whatever, your RV, and they camp out all weekend. So we went for Saturday. He makes his own hooch. We got the four.
What is hooch?
White lightning. So he's got one called, I think it was called Block and Tackle. And it's my son knew about it because of a fishing trip he was on. But he goes, you can't drink that in quantity. It's take a sip and that's it. It's really strong. But he had like 5 flavors.
Okay, sounds nothing for me.
I'll try anything once. I do.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Once minimum.
Yep, once minimum.
Yeah.
That's why got me in trouble with tequila. That's why got me in trouble with moonshine for trying it once.
Okay, but once really, right? Not once, maybe one day.
One bottle.
My problem is my once with tequila has been on for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I love tequila.
I remember one ride I made with a friend. We was going from my German hometown over to Poland, actually, on an old Templar castle. And when we arrived over there, there was Siemens employees from Poland. They made something like a company party over there. And they invited us because in Poland, there was, in the area we was, it's not so much motorcycle at this time, you know. So, and this is why, you know, they said, yeah, they invited us right away. So, and it was on every table, it was a ½ liter vodka, a lot of water, but on each 4 persons was 1/2 liter vodka and the big bottle of water in each table. And then really you cannot drive next morning. Honestly, it's not working when you do that. So I try to don't do it because I think, you know, the rest alcohol in the morning is not healthy on the motorcycle itself. But it was a fun party, you know, that for sure. because you don't understand anything, you have to communicate in English because no languages are working, you know. But it's nice. You met. I had really the experience with a motorcycle. You meet so many different people you would never meet with a car or whatever, you know. This is really nice. So what country, Rory, where's the Great River Road? Where is it?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin and the Minnesota area.
Okay.
Mississippi.
Follows the Mississippi River.
Oh, nice. From Louisiana up, right?
Yeah, you can go that way if you want.
No, but when you follow the Mississippi River, for the next Mississippi, I know it's in New Orleans, you know, so.
Just keep going north.
Yep, the other end, up where it begins, up around, well, not quite that far up, but.
You see, but I made 16 to 19, 2020. Okay.
From our ride?
Yes.
Okay, you're coordinating that one.
Not me.
Not you?
No, it's Jim.
Lawrence.
Yes, Jim Lawrence.
Okay. I'll get the info from him and get it up there and get a sign-up page.
It'll be north of where Jerry had his ride.
When you guys are going, do you going with a camper or, you know, and with a trailer? I know that Jerry and Rory, you going often with a trailer, right? With a
There?
When you go with a motorcycle, for example, you know, when you come down to Texas, you
Yeah, I'll probably trailer down.
Yes.
Only because the weather will be bad up here still.
Yeah, I know. Because it's so early at your area. But when you make long trips, you prefer to make it with a bike or you prefer to make it with a trailer? So really long rides. So I think
I bought it to ride, not tow around.
Thank you. I said I'm a rider. I'm not an owner, you know. I'm riding, you know.
Let's see now. We picked up our Goldwing last year in April and currently has a little over 18,000 miles on it.
No, it's not. I bought my bike in the fall before Harvey. So I had Harvey maybe 8 months no, 6 months. When Harvey came, I had my motorcycle. And then because of the remodeling and everything, because we get flooded, I was not riding completely nearly a year because there was no time for riding, you know. So, and this is 2 years ago. So I'm really ready for make long rides right now. So I'm really waiting that I can go. It's not
our break-in on it was to ride it from Michigan to Alaska to Washington.
Wow.
To Colorado, to Arkansas, and then back home.
Yeah. So our next long ride goes to what I said, to North Carolina, and then we want to go to Florida over Thanksgiving, and if it's possible, we want to ride as well. And then the next one is next year, you know, because not that we make no day trips, but the big trips. This is the only 2 we have right now. For Thanksgiving and in October. Yeah, I like long rides.
Yeah, I think Bruce's ride was about almost 1,800 miles.
Wow, we have 1,300 to New Bern, to North Carolina, 1,300.
New Bern, is that where you're going, New Bern?
Mm-hmm. My husband's brother is moving with the headquarters of the company. He's moving from New Jersey to New Bern in North Carolina. And
isn't that on the coast?
Yes.
It's not on the coast. It's on the river, but it's close.
Yes. Thank you. Mm-hmm. It's close. Yeah.
So you're about 80 miles from me in New Bern.
Okay. Yeah. So we will be there at the middle of October. I can need to send me your number, then I can text you when we are there. Not that bad. Yeah, it's nice. So I'm very excited about that. It's a Switzerland town, right? They're built from Switzer guys.
we were supposed to have a rally there last year for my camping rally, and they were underwater.
Yeah, I know.
So but we were just there. We went through there, I guess, about a month ago, and it was really, they've recovered nicely.
Yes, hopefully, because it was after that we get flooded from Harvey, and they get flooded from Maria after that.
That's correct. Yeah.
Exactly to the same time. But this was a good thing when they was looking for houses, because they knew what was flooded and what not. So what is good to go or not. But we have still houses there under construction after Harvey. And that's 2 years ago. Think about it. Yeah. So, but I can give you my number, and then you can contact me or send me your number. Okay?
I'll do it.
Or I can give you all my number. It doesn't matter, because for Bandera you need my number anyway, right? 603. It's on the it's on the everyone chat now. My smartphone number.
All right, we're 4 minutes away from top of the hour.
You're still alive, Emilio?
Linda?
Yeah.
Can I ask to show the Casa Colibri small video that I have for Jerry?
Yeah.
That one is for our glasses that we're supporting, on his eye clinic mission.
Yep.
So if you want to watch that, I can play it. I have it ready to go.
Okay.
So.
You know how to share your screen?
Yeah, I hope I can share my screen.
You'll be able to.
So here, let me go.
That's the video you did for the eyeglass project?
Right. Well, we had somebody do it for us, a professional. Came as a volunteer. So this volunteer did shot the entire video. It's like amazing. So let me see if I can share my screen here.
Can you email me a link to that?
I will email you a link to that. Yeah, okay. Share.
Emilio, you look so serious, or Juan, you look so serious.
Hi there. I was muted.
Okay,
Nah, not so much. Don't worry. It's been a long day.
Okay, here we go. Let me know if you see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
I'm seeing.
In Mayan mythology, the hummingbird stands for refuge or looking out for you. The hummingbird looked out for the young king. And so I just thought we would call it House of the Hummingbird, Casa Colibri, because it's a place of refuge. We're looking out for people, but not in a patronizing way. More like this is a place you can come and find help. Our primary areas of focus are disease prevention, treatment, basic literacy, education, and the third one is clean water and sanitation.
When we first came here, really what we saw was what is now called extreme poverty.
The official numbers were as high as 50% infant death and 25% maternal in childbirth. And those numbers were among the worst in the entire world.
It's harder than what we're used to as pregnancy. They'll have one in their belly and then they'll have one on their back. And then we do feed heart with them, we check their blood pressure, and just make sure they're having a healthy pregnancy. And then we educate her on things that she can do to have a healthy baby. Having access to care to the women, and it's not just the pregnant women, because I see lots of women. Sometimes I think it's just they know that someone cares about them.
I think the general state of health is better. People are being educated in how important hygiene is, how important good nutrition is. We're working on that. I mean, it's a work in progress. We pull teeth. We pull lots and lots and lots and lots of teeth because there are serious issues with water safety.
And if all you eat is beans and rice and beans and rice and beans and rice, and maybe once every month or two you get a little bit of chicken, well, that orange pop tastes fantastic.
It's such an amazing thing to watch somebody put on the first pair of class. The opportunity to see is amazing, because if they can't see, they become an instant burden on their family and their culture. You know, to the children, that opens the whole world. If a child can see in school, they can learn in school.
The original school for Nuevo Eden looked something like this. No concrete floor, no lighting, no power. Today the school looks like this. Despite the fact that it's something that is very rustic, children enjoy getting the opportunity to get educated. We believe in improving education because this is the key factor for people to break out of the poverty cycle.
When I first started coming here, they'd shuffle in, they'd have their heads down. Now, most people look up and people are starting to complain. And I think that's progress because they're able to identify now, this is a problem and I want to speak up about it. And I think that's a lot of what Casa Colibri is doing, is empowering the people.
You can't do everything, but you can do something. We can do something. And like Mother Teresa said, the ocean is made up of drops. And so you can do a drop or two or three.
It is getting better. There's no question about that. But there are still lots of people in extreme poverty who do need help. And we should always think of them, especially when we have so much.
What can I say? This is probably the best thing that's ever happened to my life. And reorient everything. Live with that. It literally means New Eden. This is where we are, in the middle of the rainforest in Guatemala. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Thanks.
So that's just the 4-minute version. We have a 25-minute version that if you want to watch it, take time to see it. You can see Jerry, talking about the project. This
Shopping
is.
for a car? Don't pay. Try Car Gurus.
Sorry,
Fast,
let me.
easy way to find great deals.
Let me
Car
get that.
Gurus has all makes and models.
I don't
Every
know
car
how
has a deal ready from great to overpriced, unlike other sites.
So there's a road here, and there's a stop sign, but it's so.
Oh, sorry. There you go. Sorry about that. I'm on a small device, so I'm not on my full-size desktop, so it's really hard to switch back and forth. But anyway, that was only the 4-minute version. We have a 25-minute version, and we have an hour version, to see the whole thing. This volunteer is a videographer, and then he's been working along with us and doing this. And so as you saw there, the vehicle is part of what that you have contributed to do with us. So last year when I went in November, some of the equipment that we brought was actually the donations that came from you, that we invested into the equipment and everything else. So every time we go down there, everything that we bring, our personal expenses, we pay. Nothing from the donation goes into our personal expenses. What you donate goes directly into the project. All the eyeglasses, the medications, everything, the equipment that we bring. And that equipment, we use it everywhere we have a mission. So if you're interested on that, I can send to Linda the links of the.
Yeah, send me the links for all three of them.
Because you need to see this. It's pretty amazing, pretty impressive. It is way out there in the middle of the jungle, but it's totally worth it. Working with these 12 different Mayan communities there in Guatemala, and it's just the other side, right there on the border between Mexico and Guatemala. So on the southern part of Mexico, of course. So
I think it's exactly there where Dieter is now, right? In this area.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is all the people that came back from Chiapas, that they had left Guatemala because of the conflict, the armed conflict that we have, and the signed peace accords of 1996 allowed the government to parcel a lot of those areas and then give it back to the people. So still there is no infrastructure. All the roads are, my gosh, as bumpy as you can. I mean,
There
truly,
you need BMWs. There you need the GS.
that's it, only the BMWs. Yeah, there are a couple videos of a couple guys that went up there on their BMWs, and man, it was amazing what you can reach there. So, but anyway,
Interesting is you say colibri. In German, you say colibri as well. With the
as well. Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the hummingbird. Yeah, Casa Colibri. Yeah, it's I mean, I knew I needed to do something for giving back to my home country. I mean, I've been here for 28 years, but I didn't know what I was going to do until Jerry came along, and here we go. So we got that project.
Nice.
Absolutely. Thank you. No, but thank you.
Bye, Rory.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I think it's time. Thank you.
So you'll still email me those links, Emilio?
Yes, ma'am. I will. We'll send you
Okay,
those.
perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Yuan. And Keith and Linda. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
You guys.
Have a great
See
week.
you all next week.
Yes.